Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing a unboxing type review for this radiator refill. So I'm intending to do a coolant flush on my car, or actually more of a drain and refill. And I figure I pick up one of these things. These things really make it convenient when you do your coolant refills. And so basically it's made by this company, Sedy. I got this off of AliExpress. It doesn't really matter where you get these things from. They're more or less about the same. It just really comes down to if it fits your car, if you have the adapter for your car. So, um, and this really helps with, especially with the air bubbles. It really helps with extracting the air bubbles. So, um, basically I'm just going to flip the box and you can kind of see what it says. You can pause and kind of look at whatever it is that you are looking for. And so I paid $15 for this thing. And to be honest, you could actually go with whatever brand, and it's more or less going to be the same thing. It's going to be made in China. It doesn't really matter. If you buy this locally within the US, you're probably going to be paying a little bit more for it, and you're probably paying more just because whoever you're purchasing it from took the time out to have it imported to them, and you're paying for that fee for getting it imported to yourself, or imported and getting it quicker to yourself. So the design is very simple. There's nothing really special about it. And it comes something like this. So I've already taken out the contents of the, the pieces of this thing. So you have your funnel. And in this one, it's in milliliters. It does have fluid ounces, which doesn't really make any point for us in the US because we would probably be using quarts rather than fluid ounces. And then for milliliters, it goes up to 2,000 milliliters. And it comes with the instruction manual here, which also doesn't really make much sense because it says here that it basically contains 500 milliliters to 2,000 milliliters, which is 2 liters if you're not familiar with the conversion. But then the funnel actually goes up to 75 ounces. So in reality, it actually can hold a little bit more if you are using the standard scale. And so this thing doesn't really come with any warranty. So, I mean, it probably does through the seller, but I'm not going to go and bother to try to return something like this because it only costs so little. If it ever were to break or anything like that, I would just buy a new one. I wouldn't even bother trying to return it. So that's something that you see. It says it claims it has a 1-year warranty, but I'm not going to bother with a 1-year warranty. And besides, I'm doing it as a DIY. So if anything, I'll probably just use it once, and then it probably will be sitting for years before I use it again, unless I have somebody who needs assistance with the coolant flush. So basically the design is very simple. I guess if you were marketing this, if you're interested in selling it at a store, it does come with a hang piece here, so you could actually hang it somewhere and then sell it if you are selling it or reseller. So you have your funnel here with a cap, and it basically says whatever it's supposed to do, but it's very straightforward. It's not rocket science here. So you got in the kit, you have your extender, so you can actually extend the funnel basically like this, and you have your adapter pieces that you can fit, that will fit towards your radiator. Comes with the rubber fill tube there. And so you basically, what you would do is you would just find one that works for you, whatever it may be. And so it'd be something like this, and you could just basically screw this onto your radiator and you would connect it like this, and then you'll be good to go. If you have odd angles, you have these adapters here, so you can actually change the angle of the connection. So you could connect it something like this, although it wouldn't make much sense, but you could connect it in a different way so that you could get it. I haven't really seen many cars when I was working on automotive whereby you would be putting it at an angle like this, though. Most cases, a lot of radiators are straight, or yeah, I can't really think of a time where I had it at an angle like this. But things have changed a lot since I've been working. And in the old days, the way it was that you had the standard radiator, kind of like what this image is showing right here. You would just be plugging it directly into the radiator, and then you would be filling it. And especially if you have an 80s vehicle, I would recommend getting this, because in the old days, they never used to have bleeder screws. And so you would be stuck with draining and refilling your coolant, and then you would have overheating issues, and you wouldn't know why. It's because you had bubbles forming in your system. Nowadays, with the bleeder screws and things like this, they really help. So you can actually just uncap this plug here, which is very tight, but you would just basically uncap it, if I can, and this thing is really wedged in there. Well, I'll deal with that later. But anyway, so basically you would uncap it, let the bubbles come out through the cap here, and then you would have the air pockets coming out, because the coolant will go to the highest point in the cooling system, and that's where your air will bleed out. So a lot of times that's going to be wherever you're adding in coolant. So these things really helped, especially with the older cars that didn't have bleeder screws. Nowadays with the bleeder screws, it kind of more or less helps as you're refilling it. You have less air pockets, less chances of big air bubbles forming in your cooling system. But still, these things will help because the air will come out through here, and it just really makes things a lot easier. So if you guys are looking for something like this, it doesn't necessarily have to be this brand. Like I said, they're all more or less the same. You just choose one that works for you. Although I will provide the link for this product where I got it from. It's up to you if you guys want to click it. Otherwise, I would recommend just finding the best deal. I'm not promoting any store or anything like that. It's just that I realize some people ask where am I getting things from. So, I mean, like I said, just find the best deal for you, and don't worry too much about it, because they're going to be more or less the same. So that's all I have for you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.